back, gang, to the next part in our Dark Souls Remastered playthrough. Like I said in the previous episode, I wanted to at least go down to the Abyss. So I figured now it's about time that we take on yet another Hydra that I've been neglecting for quite some time. We're actually going to be going down into Darkroot Basin, which is where it led to the bottom, I guess, of the watchtower, like where Havel is located. That was a great roll there. Masterclass. Darkroot Garden. Am I wrong? Is this not Darkroot Basin? But anyway, we're gonna go this way because there's two ways that you could get into, I guess, the fort. All right, Darkroot Basin. I was like, my memory is not good. There's two ways that you can get into the forest. One way is that you can go ahead and buy the Crest of Artorias, which is sold by Andre the blacksmith. He sells that for, I think it's about like 20,000 souls. So if you would go ahead and buy that, and then there's a bonfire like that was hidden through an illusory wall before we made our way to the Moonlight Butterfly boss. You can go ahead and like rest at that bonfire, and then there's also supposed to be the door right there that you could use the Crest of Artorias to get into. So that's the legitimate way that you can just go ahead and do that, but I think we're going to be taking the back, the back entrance this time. That sounded like a euphemism. It wasn't, I promise. You can take on these crystal golems. It's not a problem, but I'm trying to line up. I'm trying to line up the shots from the Hydra, because they'll actually, you saw, they'll do damage and take out the crystal golems for you. I wonder if I can. Come on. Shoot! Run! Run! Oh! Alright. I don't know if I blocked getting hit by the column. Oh! Okay. No. Oh, you run! Alright, so we're gonna essentially employ the same strategy. Oh, shit. Shit. We're gonna employ the same strategy that we did when we went to the Great Hollow. I can't see much. We're just gonna hack and slash and cut off their heads. But that was beautiful. One swing, one kill. Yeah, we're gonna cut this guy up. Make it to you, but I'm gonna try. Gotcha. Along with getting the knight armor set. Just the regular knight. Run! Get. No! Ah, fudge. I have you now. Or not. Or not. That was very embarrassing. Gotcha. There's two left. Even though it still has a lot of health left, I mean, I just need to cut off the two heads. And there's one. Cut off one more head, and it'll be dead. Never mind. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, I'm right for the picking. How am I supposed to get to that? Where's the edge? That's the edge. Yeah, that's the shadow. I can't tell. I'm really afraid to keep moving forward, but I think the edge is right in front of me. Okay. Yeah, that's the edge. I'm really, really lucky. Ah, just missed it. This is getting a little cheap. Come on. How is anybody supposed to hit you? That's the edge. Do I have any ranged stuff? That's a dog. That's in case you don't know. This is not mine. This is taking longer than hoped. And I'm not happy about this. Can you please just like go to a place I can attack? Because this is like when your friend keeps mashing a combo when you're playing Mortal Kombat together. And it's just not fun. Oh, yes. No. Come on, dude, please. Think of the others. Come on, think of the other. Think of my friends that are watching. Oh, God. Alright. I guess I'm gonna have to try to bait them all the way on the other side. But as you saw, I mean, it's essentially the same kind of strategy. You just get close enough so that way it'll no longer want to do like the projectile attacks, and then they'll just do like the lunging kind of, yeah, those kind of attacks. So I'm wondering if I can get far enough on this side that we can bait it to still attack, but I can be fast enough. Yep, like that. Oh, I almost had him. Alright. Yes. Oh, no. I was so close. That's... I may have to do a jump cut, because this is getting a little ridiculous. I don't even think I have my bow. I don't have my bow with me because I'm a knucklehead. I was like, I don't need no bow. Yes! That's right. Ugh. Finally. Okay. Alright, so we got the dragon scale in addition to the dust crown ring. And the dust crown ring, I believe it boosts your sorcery damage, but it will it halves your HP. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really even used it. I'm sure you can use that type, like that ring for like in a hyper damage mode when using like the red tearstone ring. So when you have low health, your defense or your offense is, I think it's increased by like 25% or something like that. And then using that in addition to like the dust crown ring, wow, you could probably pull out some really powerful sorceries from that. But now that we killed that thing, I think we can go this way. And there should be... I think there should be a golem back here? If not, I'm gonna have to just reload. We'll come back to this a little bit later. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to come back to it. There should be a golem back here that is actually holding somebody inside of it. Like it'll be a gold golem that'll be holding Princess Dusk, which the ring, I believe, belonged to. We'll come back to that in addition to, you need to also take care of, I think you have to kill that thing, like kill the golem and access Princess Dusk in order to get to the DLC, the Artorias of the Abyss DLC, which I'll be doing that last. But we'll come up here, go ahead and climb up this really tall ladder. And then we'll be going essentially in like another route into the forest. But let me get a drink of coffee first. Which one is this all? Alright, come across. ahead and hug the wall. I can't tell you how many times I've rushed through this and I just fell. So, Soul and Brave Warrior. We will be going across that bridge eventually, but as of right now, I'm just going to go up here. Alright, let's make a right. Dark Root Garden. Alright, in here there's an armor set, and I am playing offline. I just figured I would do that, at least for my first run of the game. Dark Souls 2, in theory, I probably won't play offline, just because I enjoy that PvP a lot better. And also, I haven't played Dark Souls in a little bit, so I'm trying to shake off the rust before I go back in head first. You know, and hopefully I don't get my dick kicked in too hard. Okay, around here there should be an item, I thought. Or there should be like an armor set, something like that. Oh, that must be it over there. Okay. There's an armor set over here. I think it's actually called like the Eastern set. It's a set that one of the NPCs we're going to encounter that they'll be wearing. But, you know, we just gotta do a little landscaping, it's fine. Oh, snap. Alright. Can you stop? Good news is, though, I mean, the shrubs do give you moss clumps. That's always nice. Alright, let's quick go get this item. There you go. The Eastern Helm Gauntlets. I don't like the gauntlets very much. But take off this. There you go. Looks pretty cool. It's very Eastern, just like the name of the set. It's really badass looking. It reminds me of like a shogun or like one of the samurai. I've always been really fascinated by Eastern culture and history, so it looks pretty dope. I love this set, but sometimes it just doesn't look right, you know, when you're wearing like a samurai kind of outfit and then you pull out like a normal claymore. But I don't know. I've always liked this set. I just don't like the gloves that much. They just don't seem to fit in. But that's one more set down. I'll tell you what. Let's wear the night stuff. I guess I'll put on the water boots too. Let me put on the shield as well. And I can still fast roll, so that's good. Tell you what, let me go put back on the Elite Knight set, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now that we got that armor set, let's go ahead and move on. I think that there should be, if I can remember correctly, there should be an ember somewhere around here. I think it might be in there, in that water. Probably not. But I do remember that there's an ember around here. I think it's either like a magic ember or an enchanted ember. There's something like that around here. Whoa! Oh, alright, now we made it into the Forest Hunters. Ah, crap. This is a covenant that you can join. That's all you got? What, you using a claymore too? Yep, that's a claymore. I know that moveset. But I have that. There you go. That's one down. There you go. Where's that archer? There you are. Can you stop. I'm just gonna spam. Where are you going? Oh no! That's right. You silly little thief. Oh shoot! Ah. Stop. Oh, I keep pulling everybody else. Go away. Go away. Well, anyway, I guess I'm just gonna have to fight through this. But wow. He's probably gonna try to heal. Or she's gonna try to heal. Yep. Sorry. Oh, where's that dastardly archer? I see you. That's two down. Finally. Jeez. Okay. So this is actually what you would encounter. Black bow Ferris, a really good bow, and Ferris's hat. This is actually what you would encounter if you would use the crest of Artorias that you would buy from Andre. You would come in, and I'll show you where. Not a good idea, dude. Not a good idea. Same thing with you, not a good idea. Ooh, jeez. Eventually I would get him, but this can take a lot of players by surprise, either that haven't played through this or they're just not aware, as well as this is a very, very big hotspot for PvP because of the Forest Hunters Covenant. So when a player comes into this area, they have a chance of being invaded, I believe only if they're human, being invaded by a Forest Covenant Hunter, who, if they kill them, they get a reward, and they'll increase their rank within the Covenant. So I don't know. It's a cool idea, definitely a cool idea, but I don't know. I've never really been a fan of this. I guess the Ember is to the right, like across the bridge that I haven't gone yet. But tell you what, let's go ahead and talk to this Covenant leader right here, Alvina the cat, and let's join the Covenant.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. I see. The result most heathenish and gross. Then there is nothing more to say about this tedious reckoning. Begone from here, pernicious caitiff.
I figured I would try to be combative.
Begone from.
Alright, so I think that actually screwed me out of joining the Covenant. But just say yes, and then you can just join the Covenant. But like I said, I'm not exactly a fan of this.
What a fool we have! What a wretched fool we have!
Alright, whatever. Let's keep going. Come actually an armor set. It should be, I think, Stone Warrior, something like that. Stone, yeah, the Stone Gauntlet. So these are the guys that would wake up when we were in the forest, that would do Tranquil Walk of Peace and try to catch us. It's an incredibly heavy set. It's all covered in like moss and overgrown kind of stuff. You can tell how old it is. But alright, let's get rid of that. Okay. There we go. Alright. But now that we're here, you can see the white light right above, like right at the edge of the horizon. That is actually where we need to go to fight the next boss. And I think I might do that even though I don't have really any Estus. I do want to finish out this area, like I said though, just to make sure that we do get that ember. Come here, you little magic mushroom. Literally, they're alive. Where are you going? Yes. Alright, I think that that chest right there, that has to be the ember that I was talking about. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I thought I was going to get hit for sure. Do a follow-up. Oh, we didn't do a follow-up. That's surprising. There we go. Gold pine resin. Nice. Tell you what, I'm going to use a humanity to heal. There we go. Let's take out this guy too. As you saw, I did like 306 versus 366, or 305, something like that. So when he attacks and misses, that's the counter-attack window. Obviously I missed it, but as soon as he goes, then you can pull it off. But I'm clearly not timing this correctly. Now. Pine resin. Chains backwards. Okay. And this should be the ember. Enchanted ember. So this is actually the ember that we can go ahead and give to, oh crap, I don't remember his name actually. It's the blacksmith that's down, down where the ghosts are, and where we've used that shortcut to the Valley of the Drakes. I don't remember, but he's locked away. That's who you'll give this to, so that way you can, you know, increase your enchanted weapons, magic weapons, things like that. In case you want to do that kind of line. There we go. I know I have a buff, but I don't know. I don't know if this boss is actually going to be weak to lightning or magic. I'm not completely sure. I'll tell you what, let me not put that there. That's not a good idea. All right. This may be one of the times I actually have to use a Divine Blessing, but we made it to the boss gate, and let's go ahead and take out this boss. We need to take out this boss so we can get a particular ring. That way we can actually traverse the Abyss. The Abyss, humans cannot go there. We'll be corrupted and killed, so we need to go here first. See, like there's tombstones, there's a large tombstone, and there's swords that are all littered throughout the battlefield that look to be pretty old from this war-torn landscape. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and buff our weapon first. There you go. And let's go in. That is one big sword. One big. Old Sif. The Great Grey Wolf. Oh, wow. Usually my tactic is to try to stay between Sif's legs. As well as having a decent shield helps quite a lot. Like a shield that has a lot of stability. Ah, darn. Oh, I didn't time that right at all. Good. Ooh, 414. That was a lot. Alright. Oh, it's starting to get a little laggy. Sorry, Sif. I have to. Why is it getting so laggy? Oh no. Ooh, didn't time that. Alright. 270 versus what, 4 something? Wow. So I guess Sif is weak to magic? I hate this fight. Especially at the end. I don't like hurting animals. That's the worst part. Like right here, I'll show it off. Like it just sucks. The wolf is getting weaker and weaker and can barely stand up. It's gonna start limping. Like that sucks. Alright, good night, bud. Loyal to the end. Alright, so we got the Covenant of Artorias, the Soul of Sif, the Great Grey Wolf, Humanity, Homeward Bone, and now this Covenant of Artorias. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the Abyss. It's where, like Artorias himself, can traverse the Abyss. So when we wear that, there's going to be a specific boss that we have to wear that ring in order to even fight the boss. So I'm probably going to do that next, but let's read the description of Soul of Sif. So Soul of Sif, the Great Grey Wolf who guards the grave of Artorias, the Abyss Walker. Special beings have special souls. Use the Soul of Sif, who inherited the divine Knight Sword, to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a unique weapon. So if we would end up using that, like transposing that soul with a weapon, like a compatible weapon, it'll actually create a version of the sword that he was using, that Sif was using, as well as we just picked up the Hornet Ring. There's the Hornet Ring, which is one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade, Kieran. By boosting critical attacks, its wearer can annihilate foes as Kieran's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies. So when you have this ring on, it's actually going to increase the damage that you deal from backstabs in addition to the damage that you deal from parries and riposte, like a parry riposte damage. So you can really do a lot of damage here. Excuse me. So you could also like pair that with a dagger, anything that has like a very high critical damage bonus. Like you can tell just by looking at the weapon and hitting X. It says critical 100, so anything that has higher than that is clearly, it's going to do a lot of damage, especially when paired with the Hornet Ring. So, all right, tell you what, let's use a Homeward Bone. We're gonna get the heck out of here, and then I guess I'm gonna start making my way downtown. We'll make my way towards the next boss. Where we're actually going to go ahead and use the Covenant of Artorias. But alright, I don't think though we can really do anything else. Oh, I did. Alright. I did get a soul. Let me use that. Alright, let's level up and then we're going to call it a day. There you go. Alright, friends. So, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll just see you in the next episode when we're going to make our way down to the Abyss. Alright, take care.